Dang goat. It got me. That dang goat got me good, but I got it better. It wanted to prevent the return of Brendan. I prevented it and sent it back to the tower. Oh, so I hope. That's gonna teach me to make an answer video to someone. Losing a alpha finger is not really pleasant. And now, well, I can't get my good old dream of throwing the dress of the crown in the volcano. Dang it. And wait. Where? When did that happen? Guess my team got busy at work, so at least there's some progress. We're going to have to finish that work, but nonetheless, space to improve. Now, yeah, I should totally give you a little something beyond just me suffering my loss of ability to love. So there, I think chronologically we're at the point equivalent to when in French I met the certain vidéo. So yeah, it is Drôle d'Histoire by Priscille Lameur. Why am I showing you that book? It's because it contains a few excerpts from Le Pénitentiel de Worms, which could be translated to the Worms Book of Penance. Now, it's written the same way as Worms, but it's pronounced Worms because W is a V in German. And it was written by Bouchard de Worms, who was a German bishop of French-speaking origin, but his origins are not what matter. What matters is that this book is, well, the excerpts in this book contain a few strange details. So to give you, because Bouchard de Worms was a bishop, was really intent on redeeming as many people as possible, and so he was one of many writers of books of penance. And a book of penance is what we could call a guide for redemption. So you're a priest, you got someone confessing their sins to you. Depending on the sin, they have to do a certain penance. So do something to expunge the sin and clean themselves spiritually in a way. And this penance, well, in his book, most of the penance are time drinking only bread, and more precisely dry bread, eating dry bread and drinking water for a several amount of time. To give you an idea, oath breaking is 40 days per person. So let's say you'd be the head of a government and that has a grand total 74 deputies. That's 74 times 40 if the entire government break its biggest promise. So it's over 8 years of consuming only dry bread and water. This is of course this would change from one government to another, but this is just getting some example. So as you can guess, it can go pretty high, pretty far, and that is off-breaking. Now, of course, Bouchard did not believe in killing people. Pretty much everything, or almost, can be repented. And, well, he was aware of a lot of things that were going on, and his work included a lot of peculiar things that some of you would call kinky, some other would call disgusting. Nonetheless, there were quite a few of them, and well, while I go recover, I'm going to let my intern read them to you because it's really weird and messed up. So sorry for the inconvenience, but it's for you. Time for you to meet my intern with a really shitty fake Scottish accent. So, yep. Hi there, lads and lasses. I be the intern. It is I who did all the background work while after reading, first time after reading these disgusting questions in French that I now have to translate, and then while the count was away fighting that goat. So, without further ado, as I have to translate them, let's start with a question that is a bit of an altered version of the previous one. Question 107. For the lads, did you fornicate with the sisters? One not knowing you sold the other, and you ignoring that the second was the sister of the first. If so, you shall do penance 7 years at the established days. Then you'll be allowed to have a legitimate wedding. Pretty tame, but yeah, don't go fucking your girlfriend's sisters. Then, with the question 124, we're starting to get in the messed up stuff. Did you fornicate, as certain does have the habit of doing, by putting your virile member in a bit of wood, of preferred wood, or something of that matter, and by that movement and that pleasure, wait, what? You projected your seed. If yes, you shall do penance 20 days to bread and water. So yeah, preferred wood, so I need bits of wood with a hole or things of that sort. So guys, your dolls and other plastic things that you use, they had their version in that time, and for each time you use them, 20 days consuming only bread and water. Now, for the lasses, in a nice little don't do it at home like the others, and it's pretty much for the version for lasses of the previous question. Did you do what certain women have the habit of doing, and you did an object or instrument in the shape of a virile member, the size you wanted, you tied it to a belt at the emplacement of your sex or that of another, and then fornicated with other women or the others with you with a said instrument or a similar. If yes, you shall do penance 5 years at the established days. So, Yeah, that was they already had strap-on in that time. So yeah, Sexters are getting already a bit out of here, and that's year 1000. So and they already did stuff with word sizes since they had to mention it. So yeah, it's a bit disturbing, but not when you're reading it the second time. And I know that they can't add a bit of a weird reaction of what the fuck did they do. I thought this was supposed to be a civilized era or something, but no, they used word toys. So for the next question, also for the lasses, to each is kind of fair. So question 172, the ultimate do not do it because love filter do not exist. Did you, as certain women have the habit of doing, they put a living fish, introduce it in their vagina, and hold it there until it dies, and then after cooking or grilled the fish, giving it to their husband so he inflame. I'm going to go get infatuated even more so of love for them. If so, you shall do 2 years at the established days. So that was disgusting. That got some throw up buff from several people, and yeah, it's really messed up. So yeah, ladies, do not suffocate a fish. It's food. It's supposed to be edible. Yes, sure, as a dragon and my regurgitate like some animal do, but even there, that's not as bad as putting it down there. Do not do that. Now, I think I'm in better shape than the last time, but I'm still gonna go with my Bible. And by the way, this is really not all that there is. So yeah, let's see how well the count is doing. Shadow of the 9 finger and the rings of doom. He took on a heavy burden for the fire to consume. Fucking goat.